This week we unleash some of the meanest, most ferocious creatures from their boxes and put them head to head as we compare prehistoric collections from Jurassic World, the Amber versus the new Hammond Collection. The epic conclusion to the Jurassic era hits theaters June 10th in Jurassic World Dominion as two generations unite for the first time in a new adventure to determine once and for all whether human beings are to remain the apex predators on a planet they now share with history's most fearsome creatures. As a kid, who didn't love learning about dinosaurs? And there was nothing better than getting your first dino toy. Since the premiere of Jurassic Park in 1993, many collectors' inner child was released and had to collect the toys that went along with the film. As the collector popularity grew, toy company Mattel decided to release a series of dinos specifically with our collectors in mind. The Amber Collection was released in 2019 and was scaled at 6 inches, featuring movie-accurate sculpts and extensive articulation. Fast forward to 2022, Mattel released a new line as a replacement for the Amber Collection, named after the creator of the original Jurassic Park, John Hammond, with the Hammond Collection. Much like the Amber Collection, this line was again aimed at the collectors, featuring movie-accurate sculpts and paint schemes and extensive articulation. Now comes the fun part. We unleash the beasts and put them head-to-head with the Velociraptor from the Amber Collection and the Baryonyx from the new Hammond Collection. Straight out of the 1997 movie, The Lost World Jurassic Park, leaping and ready to attack, it's the Velociraptor. Starting off with the packaging, you can see we got a very large window box that displays much of the figure here. It says the Velociraptor, and this is the Amber Collection logo, which is the iconic T-Rex silhouette that we're used to seeing. You can see a bunch of cracks along the box with the amber in the background. And if you look real carefully, you can actually see some fossils that are like inside the rocks. If we flip it to one side, you can see where the figure is actually from. In this one, the Lost World Jurassic Park. So that logo goes there. And then flip it to the other side, and there we got a tribute to where it all started. On the back, a screenshot from the movie, and then a short scene description.
Hey, you!
A shrewd and crafty carnivore. While wreaking havoc on Dr. Ian Malcolm and the other unwanted visitors to Isla Sorna, the Velociraptor's strength and smarts are no match against a brave and skilled gymnast. Now this is one of 6 different ones from the Amber Collection, and this is the Tiger Velociraptor. The detail on this is just amazing. You can see the tiger stripes, why it's called the Tiger Velociraptor. And what I wasn't expecting right away was actually the feeling, the texture on the dinosaur, exactly what you would think a dinosaur would feel like. And that goes all the way down the tail. It features movable joints, so we can see here, looking right up at his head, we have a joint right here, so we can move his head back and forth. And then we have another joint right here, so we can move the rest of his neck, his arms. The claw moves up here, both up and down and back and forth, and then in the elbow, and also up around the shoulder area. And look at these talons, the claws on these things, they're just massive. We go down the rest of the figure. Obviously the legs on both sides move, and you can actually move them out and back and forth. The knee joint, and then there's another joint down here. And then even down in the foot, you have another joint that would actually go back and forth and up and down as well. And again, look at those. Man, looks like it's right out of the film. The neat thing with the tail, there's another joint in the tail, and the tail can move back and forth. And there's also wiring inside here, so it looks like you can actually pose the tail. So a very neat figure. And then of course, I feel like we're doing a veterinary exam. All right, open up. Let's get inside. Look at that painting and detail inside the mouth on that. You can see the teeth are all painted beautifully. The tongue inside there, looking right down the dino's mouth. And you can see his gold eye. Very, very fine detailing on this figure. He does come with a stand, so you can see the stand here in the Amber Collection is clear. You got the iconic Jurassic Park logo, and with this, you just put that in, and oh, there is a spot right there to connect him. So that's really neat because you can actually then pose him in like a running attack pose if you want. Another thing that's really cool is right underneath his foot, you can see they stamped the Jurassic Park logo right on the bottom of his foot. So you know that there's no fakes. That's the real deal right there. And there he is, the Lost World Jurassic Park Velociraptor. And now from the 2018 movie Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, the Baryonyx. Now this is from the brand new Hammond Collection that was just released from Mattel. Very different style box. You can see a smaller window box revealing only part of the figure with the name. And then the Hammond Collection logo there. You can see there he is, Mr. Hammond himself, inside a piece of amber that we all know very well. The iconic Jurassic Park silhouette T-Rex skeleton, and it's actually raised. We flip it over to one side and we have a photo of the toy that's actually made to look like the scene from the movie. And you can see it says Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom right there, which is where this guy is from. And then on the other side is the Hammond Collection logo again. And on the back, a posed photo of the toy and then a screenshot right from the film with a short scene description. As lava rains down, the Baryonyx bursts into the bunker, forcing Claire Dearing and Franklin Webb to make a narrow escape in every respect. And there he is, the Baryonyx. He's the first figure in this series of the Hammond Collection. Now you can see we do have a little assembly with this. So we do have to put his tail on. So they're two separate parts, and if you look real carefully, there's actually a way to put it on so it kind of locks in place. So we're gonna put that in right now. Snaps, and then we gotta turn it so that that all matches up. With this being their first figure in the series, Mattel's showing us that they can do more than just raptors. We had a lot of raptors in the last collection, and so we're starting off right away with the Baryonyx. Just look at the detail in this figure. Again, it still has the same feeling as the Amber Collection, the rough texture that you would think a dinosaur would feel like. Beautiful paint job all the way around. Lots of articulation here. We have articulation in the jaw, in the head up front here. You can move up and down and twist side by side. In the neck area, the arms, and then we got joints in the elbows on each side. Nothing up front here in more of the claw area, but we do have the elbow and the shoulder joint there. With the feet, you can move them back and forth and out a little bit. Another joint in the knee, and then down below in the feet, back and forth, lots of movement there. And then in the tail. And what I'm very happy to see that they did keep is there's definitely wiring back in here so that you can pose your tail of your dinos. Now, unlike the Amber Collection, there is no stand for this, but as you can see, I'm going to let him go. He actually balances quite well, which is really great to see, just like a real dinosaur would in real life. So let's do our veterinary checkup here. Open up and look at that inside the mouth. All the detail inside those teeth. Don't bite me. Don't you bite me. And a little different in color on the inside. It's more of a lighter pink, but you still have a lot of the detail in the mouth. The tongue up on the upper part of the mouth. So lots of detail in there. And look at that, even the little like metallic blue paint right around the eyes. Talk about the different detailing, the gold eye right there. So they really did a great job on the coloring of all of these. There he is, the Baryonyx action figure. So some may say both of these feature really highly detailed dinosaur collectibles. So what's the difference? Now the big difference comes from scale, and you can see it with the human collection from the Amber Collection. I'm talking about John Raymond Arnold, I'm talking about Dr. Ian Malcolm, Dr. Alan Grant, and of course the man that started them all, John Hammond. So you can see these guys from the Amber Collection, they're quite big. When you put a 6-inch Velociraptor up to them, that might be the same, but this guy from the Hammond Collection doesn't really match up. He'd be a lot bigger. So all the toys were actually 6-inch scale. So we got big figures, big dinos. They don't match up as well. But with the Hammond Collection, we're told that these are going to be more in scale with the main toy line. And who doesn't love in-scale dinosaurs? Now you too can celebrate the most iconic dinosaurs from the Jurassic World franchise in your own home. With the new Hammond Collection or characters from the original Amber Collection, both available now at Toyshnip.com. Maybe you want something straight out of the new movie and a little bigger. Yikes! Check out the new Thrash and Devour Tyrannosaurus Rex. Whoa! Chris Pratt, how'd you get in there? And don't forget to check out the rest of our Jurassic Park collection at Toyshnip.com. And don't miss the larger than ever Dino finale in Jurassic World Dominion in theaters June 10th. So what collection do you think did it better? The Amber or the Hammond Collection? Tell us in the comments below. I'm Turco from Toyshnip. We'll see you next time. I'm out of here! Remember to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss out on more fun content from Toyshnip.com. Dude, you gotta stop hanging out in Dino's mouths. Or he could be right at you. Good, Dino.